Come get some. Move it or die. Triple take, yeah. Triple take here.
I may win this thing today. Keep rooting for me. Here I go killing again.
Grenade!
Yeehaw! Revenant is here. Oh no! Don't beat yourself up. Leave that to me. Evo shield here.
Going to phase.
May the gods bless you. Scanning the area. I fall only when the gods will it. The day is mine.
Life is meant to die.
You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape yourself.
I just do the job.
This isn't a costume. It's a uniform. It's who I am. And you will respect it. No matter who you are back in the world. You're in my house now.
Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Jay Frechette, Community Manager for Respawn, and with me I've got Jason McCord, our Design Director, Carlos Pineda, our Lead Game Designer. You've been promoted recently, so I have to
It's new. It's
great. Like
we're getting used to it.
I know a lot of some new titles that have been going around. Design directors new for you too, McCord. So we're still just trying to keep up. Oh, congrats, Carlos!
Thank you.
That's awesome and well deserved. We have some exciting stuff to talk about for episode 4. I can't believe we're on our 4th episode already. You've been following us. We released our blog and our trailer. The trailer you just watched at the opening of this, and our blog doing the breakdown. This is our next collection event called System Override, which is a really awesome theme, and graphics, the skins are particularly cool for this, which is
Very cool.
going to be awesome. I think to kick things off, right, it's not a new event without a limited time mode, and this is a brand new limited time mode we haven't done before, Deja Loot.
Yeah, this one was really fun. It was, we've heard a lot of suggestions and like ideas since we launched Apex that was like, can you even have a BR where there's no RNG?
Right.
Like, just as a concept that, for designers, you're like, ooh, that sounds interesting. What would that even be like?
Yep.
All the loot is baked in. Doesn't change for the entire event, in this mode at least. If you know where the triple take is and you really like the triple take, like in the trailer,
Yep.
you can go to that spot every time and get it, or you'll be fighting for it, but you know that it's there. Same with armor, same with everything. Per day, the ring is in the same spot. So that feels really neat to start. Like you really get the hang of it, like third, fourth game, if you keep dropping in the same place because you're looking for the same loot that you know, and then you kind of start rotating through the same chokes, start having the same fights, it really starts to feel neat. Like you approach these spots and you're like, I remember that I got in a fight last, like there's going to be a fight here. I know to get up to this high spot quicker and stuff like that.
I felt like I was getting reps on like very specific situations.
Very specific fights. Yeah. Because, the plane is also locked.
That's right.
So you come in from the same spot, the circle's going to close in the same spot, the loot's in the same spot, so you really start to map out your route. Every day the circle changes and the plane changes. So we did find that just playing the same circle for 2 weeks was maybe too much.
Sure.
So you have a nice whole day to like lock in a path.
The first week is on World's Edge, and the second week is on
That's a good point. Yeah.
Kings Canyon.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So, which version of Kings Canyon will be in the second week?
This will be season 2 Kings Canyon with the dinosaurs with the Leviathans in it.
Back in the map.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And all the town takeovers, like the last version that we played live.
Yes.
That's the one that. Yeah.
We're also introducing a new loot item, the Evo armor, that's going to be specifically in Deja Loot. How does that break down? How does that work?
So we're adding a new item for the first time ever, besides weapons and stuff. The first different type of item. It's called Evo Shields. And so it looks like a white shield on the ground, but it's got this cool halo on it. It definitely looks unique. And when you pick it up, you get 1 pip of white armor. So you have 25 armor, which is the lowest armor you can have right now. But then as you do damage, it levels up. So you have to do 100 damage, and then it levels up to the second level, which is 2 pips. And then the third level up goes up to 4 pips, up to a full purple armor. And then the last evolution goes up to 5 pips, which is red armor.
Wow.
So that is a new...
That's 125 health on top of it.
125 health on top of your 125 armor on top of your 100 health. So it doesn't have any extra perk or anything, so the gold armor still might be more situational for you, depending on... The hope is that you would actually have a choice based on your situation, whether you would rather take a gold armor or a fully red armor. Towards the end game, when you start seeing them in death boxes and stuff, at the beginning of the match, it's sort of fun to see the Evo armor on the ground and decide if you kind of want to take that gamble on yourself, that you can start with a low amount of armor and level up to have more armor than
Yeah, because it'd be huge
anybody
for
else.
players who enjoy hot dropping and getting into fights right away, where it's like you grab that Evo armor and it's like plow through a couple of squads, and if you survive, you're kind of heading into that next round already really boosted up on the armor.
Yeah, it's nice. People have been wanting a way to kind of engage with an aggressive play style, and this is something that I think those players would like.
It also promotes poking at a distance. You know, like there's not a whole lot of reason to do that right now. So I think that some of the more sniper players will have a reason to pick this up, because you can take a couple shots and you might down somebody, but they'll probably get picked back up. But you'll be actually evolving your armor in a fight where they can't really kill you in.
So if I have the Evo armor, I've evolved it up to a couple of stages, and then I die, when a player loots my death box, the evolving armor, is it back down to reset, or are they picking it up where I left off?
Picking it up classic Apex style, they're stealing it from you. So towards the end of the game, you probably will find some red armor, some red death boxes with red armor in it.
And we're introducing this first only in the Deja Loot limited time mode, with a possibility that it gets added to the rest of the matches in the future.
Yeah, we're adding it to for the event. You can only experience it in Deja Loot, and then after the event, we'll gather feedback, see what people think. The intention is to turn it on for the full game afterwards.
Awesome. So that'll be something we'll be looking for a lot of feedback on, both on Deja Loot itself. That'll be really interesting, playing with the removing RNG from the game and playing with the circle placements. But also, please let us know your feedback on the Evo armor and shield as well, as we look at integrating that into the full game. Now, the event itself is going to be kind of a mix of what you've seen in the past. This is a collection event. And so like our previous collection events, you can expect an event store, and there's 24 exclusive cosmetics to the event that are there with the premium Apex packs that you can buy to unlock all of those. And then once you have purchased or bought or unlocked all of the 24 cosmetics that are available not only in the Apex premium packs, but they'll be available for direct purchase, and you can also craft those as well. To get those items, you will have the opportunity to unlock the Octane Heirloom, which is another wonderful addition to our heirloom sets.
Looks great.
Our animators, once again, really going above and beyond.
Knocking that inspect out of the park.
Oh my goodness. People have seen, you'll see snippets of the inspect in the trailer, and then some of the social assets we'll be promoting. As you can see, that's real. That's the full inspect, where it's like,
So
oh no,
good.
we need to make it 22 seconds long. That's shout out to our amazing animation team.
Animators love having fun with these things.
You can tell that they do, which is really, really cool. In addition to the event store, we're going to have, similar to the Pathfinder's Grand Soiree that we did, there'll be a scorecard with a series of challenges with a bunch of cosmetics you can unlock. So taking a look at this, there will be challenges that are happening every day. An adjustment that we've made from previous ones is you can earn up to 1,000 points, as well as the challenges being changed every day now, and they're not specific to the event. So there'll be other challenges that you can do every day outside of the limited time mode, outside of the event, that you can use to contribute towards your scorecard. And then as you progress over the course of the event, you will unlock all of these items. We've got a collection of all sorts of stuff that's here, including 2 legendary items. This wingman, which is dope. I love this theme through this
Yeah,
event.
the aesthetic is such.
Looks awesome. That Peacekeeper both
cool.
are available, and also this Revenant skin is one of the skins that you unlock by completing challenges in that scorecard. And I think we got Pathfinder up here too. Another awesome skin that
so amazing.
you can also purchase in the store or through the premium packs or craft if you have the crafting materials for him in his ever-going feud with
You got to check out
Arthur.
the banner for this one too. That is in the collection event where he transforms. He transforms from his base skin to that skin.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes, yes. So super exciting. That'll be going on for 2 weeks. Don't miss your opportunity to grab those. In addition to the event itself, there is a patch that's going to be coming with this update tomorrow. We're going to have full patch notes available in the morning when the event goes live. But we're going to talk about some of the changes that are coming, specifically some of the meta changes that we're doing. So, Carlos, why don't you walk me through some of the stuff we're going to see for characters happening in this patch specifically?
Yeah, so the first one we're going to talk about is Bloodhound. So they're getting a buff. And previously in 4.0, we already buffed their ultimate with where if you down someone while you were using their ultimate, it would extend by 5 seconds. I've seen some pretty cool kind of clips of that.
I've been having fun with that one actually.
Yeah, same.
So the next thing we want to do to try to elevate Bloodhound is we're going to buff their scan, and the way it's going to work is the range of their scan is going to increase 3x. I think the previous number was 1,000 units, and now it's up to 3,000 units. So it's a 3x increase to the scan range, but to compensate for that, we're going to slow down the activation time on the scan. So it's used to be 0.4 seconds, now it's 0.8 seconds, so it's double the
cooldown,
activation
right?
time.
Is what
No,
you
no,
mean?
it's the time it takes to activate the scan once you hit the button.
I gotcha.
And the reason for doing this is the intent is that we want Bloodhound players to kind of come up on a town and maybe see some markers and then use the scan to scan the town, but not use the scan kind of in the middle of the fight and then hit the button to scan and then gain an advantage and peek around the corner and shoot the guy, right? It's more like we scan, we see the town, and then we can go engage the guys in the town.
Have it be more of a preemptive move than
Yeah,
reactionary.
preemptive move.
It feels very awesome. Yeah, the pulse reads better at a distance anyway.
I
Or
agree.
the highlights through the walls when you're too
Absolutely.
close. Yeah.
And it's generally hard to use the scan kind of up close because you kind of have to guess, like, are they in this room or this room?
Right.
And you don't really know. And so it's just generally better, right? The Bloodhound's all about finding out where people are. So the more ways they can do that, then the better it'll be for the players.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Also, our boy Gibraltar getting another buff. I'm
Oh,
just
yep.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's gonna get a grappling hook
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
And
I
a
think that
hoverboard.
would be really good.
Yeah.
It's going to use his shield as a hoverboard.
Yes.
No, Jibby, we did a couple buffs on him, and that was cool. People had fun with him. But he's going to come down a little bit next patch. So his shield, his gun shield from 75 health is going to go down back to 50. Everything else is going to stay, and we're going to keep monitoring it, see where he needs to go. But we're just going to pull back on the buffs we gave him.
I think especially being a little too strong in the 1v1.
Yeah, the
kind of
1v1
fights, right?
situation was definitely pretty oppressive. People were complaining that they couldn't kill Gibraltar with a full R99 magazine, and that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah. Our boy Crypto's getting a little love on
He's
this
got
one
a
too.
little bit. Crypto doesn't have, I wouldn't call it a buff. It's more like a quality of life thing for him. So when Crypto sends out his drone, it auto reloads his primaries now. And this is just us looking for ways to kind of make it easier for Crypto to use the drone. It's just a lot of complaints about just a lot of trouble that Crypto players go through, right? Their squad leaves them and they're not prepared for the next fight. So we're just trying to find all these little ways to make it easier for everybody.
Another one I think we should definitely talk about are some pretty big changes to inventory happening with
pretty interesting.
4.1. So how does that break down?
Well-
this is sort of a chain reaction.
Yeah. So the inventory change, I mean, it's not a huge change overall, but what we really want is we're trying to address the problem of or grenade spam, right? So people can carry a lot of grenades towards the end game. They're just chucking grenades, and that's just your life, right? And it kind of makes Watson almost a must-have because everyone's throwing grenades. So trying to address that, we were like, okay, let's just reduce the amount of grenades per stack, right? Let's just drop it down from 2 to 1, and obviously what happened was now there's just not enough inventory space. So the basic change is grenade stacks are going to go down to 1, but your base inventory size is going to increase by 2. So your base inventory is now 10, When you get a backpack, it's 12, then 14, then 16.
Yeah, everything moves up too.
Yeah, everything moves up.
Add 2 to the end of every.
So that's cool. But in addition to that, so we play tested that, and then the inventory just became a little too loose. So to compensate for that, we're just gonna drop the stack sizes of the ammo and the health kits just a little bit. So ammo, heavy, light, and energy ammo, they're gonna go down from 80 to 60. That's around that's a 25% drop. And then the health kits, the syringes and the shield cells are going to go down from 6 to 4, and then the med kits and shield batteries are going to go down from 3 to 2. So ideally, you're not really feeling that much of a change for the inventory other than the grenades. The nice thing with the bigger or the increased amount of spaces is that it makes kind of carrying attachments a little bit easier. You know, you can carry more unique attachments. So we'll see how that shakes out. You know, as everything with balance changes, we monitor everything. We monitor feedback. We monitor data, all that stuff.
Outside of meta changes, there's a couple quality of life things that are coming in 4.1 to talk about. The first one is we are introducing heirloom crafting,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Before I
into the
rolled my
game.
random heirloom.
Yes.
Someday.
Sorry
I'll get
to
the
anyone that.
As feedback we've gotten from players, right, we know that there's multiple heirloom sets that are available in the game. It's very rare. It's 1 in 500 packs that you can go earn one. And so people will be a Bloodhound main and get the Wraith heirloom, and they're sort of like, I got the heirloom, and then... but
Now you're a Wraith main.
Now you're a Wraith main, though. So the way this is going to work after 4.1 is the drop rate and everything stays the same. But now when you get an heirloom, you're not going to get the heirloom set. You're going to get a heirloom shards. And what that allow you to do is craft the heirloom of your choice once you have the shards that you need to get the whole set. So once you get the shards, if you want Bloodhound or Octane after the event, Wraith, Lifeline, I can't wait for the future ones that folks are working on, Pathfinder, whoever you want, you folks will now have a choice moving forward after 4.1, which is a really exciting one. And then the last one actually that I will mention on the Devstream, just because we know this is something player feedback has been around for a while, is we are making some adjustments to muzzle flash.
Oh, you should have drum rolled that one.
I know, right? I mean, the Lifeline like drum roll. It is happening for sure. So there were some base adjustments that have been made. Do you guys want to speak to any of those at all?
I've worked with, or not worked with, but I've talked to Robot, our FX lead, a lot about this since the feedback got pretty loud. You know, like it became something obviously that we knew we wanted to change, but it seems like such an easy fix, and even I was like, hey, why don't we just lower the lower the effects? It's no big deal. And he was like, hold up, let me explain. And just the technicalities of, not only does he need to reauthor a lot of the effects, but we actually had to adjust the map too, because it wasn't just that the effects were bright, it's that they rendered a certain way when the environment was a certain brightness, and then the way our screen adjust works, and all these things, all these different parts of the engine kind of came together in this perfect way, and made it really bad in some cases. So it had to be sort of hit from lots of places.
Before we head into our community showcase, I think the last thing we'll briefly talk about to remind folks with Season 4 is that Ranked Series has a split this season. We're getting pretty close to the first split happening. So the series, the first split of this series is going to end on March 23rd. And then on the 24th, the next split is going to take over and run through the end of the season up until May 5th. And that is when Kings Canyon comes back for that series, which is Season 2 version of Kings Canyon.
Season 2 version of Kings Canyon, yeah.
That'll be in that splits as well. So just a reminder to get those rewards. Well, thank you guys so much for the updates. Those changes we talked about, they're going to be live tomorrow when the patch goes live, as long as with some bug fixes that we have in there. And so we'll have full details in the patch notes tomorrow, so keep an eye on playapex.com, Reddit, Discord, Twitter, wherever you like to follow us. We will be posting that information as well as letting you know when the patch goes live on all platforms. Next up, Alex with Big Rig and Ashley are going to walk through some of our favorite fan art and show off some of our sweet new Weta stuff that's on the way.
Let's knock it over.
Don't knock it over, though. We have to get those back, I think.
What's up, Legends? Alex from the social media team, and I'm joined with some very special people today. We have Ashley from the writers team and Ryan, Big Rig, from the FX team. Okay, I have to ask, the name.
Uh,
What's up with that?
Yeah, it's kind of a silly story. I was living in Long Beach, and I went to a 7-Eleven, and a nice gentleman came out and said, "What's up, Big Rig?" And it made me laugh because I just thought that's just a funny thing. He could have gone with Chief, and I'd be called Chief today. But
You
Big
just
Rig
go with
is.
anything?
Yeah.
Like that was your
Yeah.
fate?
Yeah, that was in the cards for that day. So
I love it. I love that you've embraced it too.
yeah.
I'm into it. So we're here to talk about some fun stuff. We have some fan art to check out, but first we have some amazing new products from our friends over at Weta Workshop. So we'll let you take a look at that. Goes up there.
Thank you very much.
We
This will
have
go
another
great
one.
in my house.
Oh, I see. So these guys are called the
good.
Mini Epics. They are available right now on the Weta Workshop, and they're $30, which I think is
That's pretty good.
kind of awesome. Yeah, the detail's really crazy, and I'm just super happy with how they turned out.
These are amazing.
I love
oh my
these.
God.
So there's three to
detail on
start out
that.
with. We have Bloodhound, Bangalore, and Mirage.
Oh,
They're very, very
It's your
cool.
boy.
Yeah,
really
it's your
cool.
boy Mirage.
I love the proportions. Like they went for a different style, and then that style kind of leaked back into our game.
Yeah, for
also
sure. I think that Weta has a very specific style that they try to stick to, but you're right. It also does kind of match with the Apex style, so it's just a really cool partnership because they both kind of play off each other really well.
is this literally the Mirage from the show, from our season 3 launch?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
pretty much,
God,
right?
I love it.
And then
So good.
also we have this little guy right here. It is a micro epic. He actually came out last week. He's available now again on the Weta Workshop website, and he is $18.
Oh my God,
And
that's
I just
awesome.
love him. I think he is so freaking cute. So
Love
check those
it.
out on the Weta website. You can also go to Weta Workshop on Twitter and peep
I'll
what
let
they
you
have.
hold one.
They've released a
No
couple
juggle.
pictures there as well. Now, though, I have some really fun things to show you guys from our community. And
Nice.
Sweet.
to preface, these are pieces that I picked that they have not seen yet.
Oh,
so this
fu-
is exciting for you guys. Yes, yes.
Be a good one.
I know, they're all amazing, trust
All
me.
right, all right.
So the first one that we have up is from Is Nothing.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yes. So I want to preface this. I tried to pick all art from season 4 because I've just been completely blown away by some of the work that our community has done, and I had a ton to pick from. So
That's
this
awesome.
just really strong out the gate with a really, really amazing crypto piece.
It's amazing how we obviously have a lot of talented people in the studio making art, and it's so cool to see like professional level stuff coming from the
Yes.
community.
It's insane.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have like a little wall of fan art that I print
Yes.
off. I think that's why I got invited to this. It's because I have a
Yeah.
little fan art wall that my favorite stuff I put up. And this reminds me of like another really amazing crypto piece that I have, which I think it's gonna have to go right next
Yeah,
to it.
for sure.
It's so good because that's the battle pass one, right? The first one you get with the battle pass. So
That's
so
really cool.
good.
It's awesome. The next one we have up.
Oh,
I think
nice.
The
right here-
favorite, of course.
Yes, so it is season 4, but also had to get a little nod to first anniversary. There's just so much happening in this piece that I love. The Nessie. Can we talk about her?
Devil
She
Nessie.
looks amazing, Devil Nessie, and she has a little revenant in her mouth who's obviously not having a great time, but nobody cares
Oh
about
wow,
The more you look, the more it just like more keeps coming at you.
Yes.
Like,
that's awesome. Yeah, I love Watson's one of the characters that I got to work on, and her voice actor is amazing and really
Oh,
nice.
Justine, love
and
her.
it's so much fun to see the community love the new characters as much as the launch ones. It's really
Totally.
fun.
I think this is kind of common knowledge, but some people don't know that Watson was the one who left the Nessies around
Yes,
Kings Canyon.
that's
so this
right.
person knew.
What?
This person was put, yeah, because she just kept forgetting them like out in Kings Canyon while she was playing, and so this like
She has a really big bag.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her dad just kept giving her a new one every time, like again
It's
with
amazing.
this.
Next we have, this one's from Angry Caesar. So, I have some like really intense, beautiful art in here, but also the comics that our community
that's
makes.
awesome.
Oh my goodness. And they've been having a lot of fun with Revenant's personality. You know, he's this really bad guy. And so I've kind of loved that they've also shown his sensitive side.
Yeah, I do love that. I've seen art that's kind of like really pushing to like make him just kind of less of a jerk.
Yeah.
Or like at least force him into a situation where he has to be less of a jerk.
Yeah.
That's very, and yeah, he gets so mad when he's not the kill leader.
I
So
know. Poor
I just
guy.
like that Mirage is so empathetic that he uses his clone to give more hugs.
Yes.
That's nice.
that is
Double
so
the
cute.
hugs. I love it. Again,
Ooh.
the
Subtle.
Revenant. I love this one. It's the colors that got
Mm-hmm.
me, you know?
It
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of like not to compare other fan art, but there was the one original one during Halloween where nobody was quite sure what Revenant looked like,
Yes.
but they kind of guessed at it, and they had like
smoke.
a spirit coming out of his
Yes,
mouth.
so
This
that
reminds
one-
me a lot of that one.
It's funny that you mentioned that because this next piece that we have is from that artist.
Oh my gosh!
nice.
Yes, and I was going to include that original
Mm-hmm.
Revenant because that, for me, was the first actual piece of Revenant fan art that I ever saw. But I saw this piece put out as well, and I couldn't not include it. I think it's so gorgeous, and I really don't see that much of this Wraith skin specifically, so I really wanted to make sure that this one was included. And then, of course, we have this big running theme now where I try to include some sort of fan art that is a pet. And so I saw this. This has actually been sitting in an open tab on my desktop for like 2 weeks because I've just been waiting for the right moment to share it, and I just thought this was perfect.
Cats are jerks. It's wonderful.
That's
I also,
awesome.
I think that this reads to me as like one of those naked Sphinx cats, and I
Yeah.
totally think that's what Revenant would be.
So Apex Pets will be our next
into
set
it.
of merch.
And then this is the last one. So I saw this
Pets.
pop up. This one is from Fragment, who is
Oh my god.
such an amazing artist. Wow, man. This one, he really just knocked it out of the park.
That's cool.
I haven't really seen, actually, that's not true. I have seen a lot of artists kind of playing with the duality of Revenant, including the human form as well. And I feel like it's almost like we're getting bonus fan art because
Yeah.
Revenant does have
Yeah.
a human and this simulacrum form. So, man, I
Yeah.
just really love this piece.
The
That
story
is
the
so
story
good.
team is really knocking it out on
Yeah.
like how deep some of the lore can go, and so it's really cool to see how deep the fan art can then go too. Like this is really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was our fan art and our Weta figures. Thank you guys for joining me on stream today. I had a really good time with you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I have a bunch of new fan art I love that I got to put up now.
Yes, absolutely.
you.
Me too. And guys, remember, System Override starts tomorrow. What all do we have? We have the Deja loot. We have the Evo shields that are evolving. We have patch notes that will be going live as soon as the patch goes live itself. Check it out. Have fun. Don't die. Follow us on social media. Play Apex. And we'll see you in the arena. Bye.
Bye.